The United States and Iran are locked in a diplomatic standoff that is as fragile as it is consequential. A contested ceasefire, a naval blockade, seized ships in the Strait of Hormuz, and a White House insisting it holds all the cards, even as alarming questions emerge about the true cost of this conflict to America's military readiness. Joining me now are Sophia Reeves, our economics and markets editor, and James Chen, our geopolitical analyst. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Emma. Look, the headline number here that we can't ignore is what this war has cost America in sheer military hardware. 11,000 Tomahawk cruise missiles, over 1,200 Patriot interceptors, and roughly 1,100 of the long-range stealth missiles that were specifically stockpiled for a potential confrontation with China. That's not a footnote. That's a strategic alarm bell. And the Pentagon itself is reportedly telling Congress it could take 6 years to fully replace those stockpiles. Now, the administration's counter-argument is that the blockade is working. It's costing Iran $500 million a day, and Trump is holding the leverage. That's a credible position, but leverage and readiness aren't the same thing, and right now both are being tested simultaneously.
James, from your perspective, what does the wider strategic picture look like here, particularly given what Foreign Affairs is saying about China's position?
Well, I think the phrase that keeps coming back to me is from Foreign Affairs. The Iran war is a win for China. And honestly, it's hard to argue with that framing. Every day this drags on, the U.S. burns through assets it would desperately need in the Taiwan Strait, while Beijing watches and takes notes. Trump is reportedly heading into a meeting with Xi next month, and he's going to be doing that with a depleted munitions inventory and allies in Europe who are quietly, or not so quietly, alarmed about what this means for NATO's eastern flank. The Iran leadership presenting a unified front publicly, even as Trump says they're fighting like cats and dogs, that contradiction matters because it means the diplomatic timeline is completely unpredictable.
Sophia, final thought, where does this actually go from here?
My assessment is that we're heading toward a partial deal, not a comprehensive one. The economic pressure on Iran is real and it's mounting. You can't absorb $500 million a day in losses indefinitely. But the blockade is itself the sticking point because Tehran won't negotiate seriously while it's in place, and Washington won't lift it without concessions. That's a circular trap. What Foreign Affairs describes as a comprehensive deal, covering nuclear capacity, regional proxies, the whole architecture, that's years away if it happens at all. The most likely outcome in the near term is a frozen conflict managed through back channels. And in that scenario, China and Russia have already won the waiting game.
Thank you both. Sophia, James, really important analysis tonight. Appreciate it.